It was mentioned that the gathering will serve as the culminating program for the Philippine Coffee Quality Competition. Can you share with us the criteria for judging and how will you determine the...
I have joined PCQC as a judge since 2019.
Kumatin lang. Kasi hindi sasabihin ni Brenda sa inyo. Brenda is a Q grader.
So, being a Q grader dun sa competitions, we profile the coffee, we grade it according to the standards that we have to follow strictly, and that makes it more concrete, more reliable, and more, let's say, what talaga siya, genuine. When we do the Philippine Coffee Quality Competition, entries from all over the Philippines are sent dun sa ating mga partners in the organization of the Philippine Coffee Quality Competition. So, pag na-receive na yan, it will be, malalagyan siya ng details, and then it goes to the process. Kasama na dyan green grading, so that's the first step of coffee evaluation that they do. So, as a judge kasi, we cannot go to dun sa may aspect na yan eh. Kami, doon lang kami sa coffee evaluation. And then, so, that's a set of, or a group of people ang mag-a-attend doon. After that, papasok naman niya yung mga roasters. So, during the roasting, labas na naman kami doon, and then the first batch, mga green graders ang tawag namin doon, wala na naman sila doon. So, it's gonna be the roasters who will be doing it. And then, after that, kami na yung papasok. So, Q graders, we also invite international Q graders. We profile the coffee, we cup the coffee based on standards, not our own standards, these are international standards na ang ginagamit natin. Kaya, talaga masasabi natin na legit yung competition kasi it observes talagang strict adherence to the standards of, let's say, Specialty Coffee Association, so yung SCA. So yung nag-adhere tayo doon. Coffee competition, it's done yearly, annually. Natigil lang siya noong 2020 because of the pandemic issues. Pero this is a platform for our coffee farmers, coffee producers to highlight yung kanilang coffee. So talagang best effort, time, passion, talagang doon nila ginugugol talaga para makapag-produce sila ng coffee na talagang quality, and it can even surpass yung mga coffees that I have tasted that are imported. So this is a platform for them in PCQC. And PCE, ito naman yung time na i-announce kung sino yung mga magiging winners. Kaya talagang highlight din talaga ang ating mga coffee farmers during the Philippine Coffee Expo.
Thank you, ma'am. And another thing, ano po yung demographics ng past participants and sino yung mga target consumers nyo this time? More of cafe owners po ba or just coffee enthusiasts?
Pinakamagandang sumagot nito si Perdeme. They have the data, but as far as I know, ang number one is the 26 to 30s, early 30s na age group, followed by the 18 to 25, yung mga university. Ito na yung mga, sila rin yung mga top coffee consuming na demographics. Pagdating naman sa mga sectors, si PD, Perdem, yung ating events management team ang may alam ng data na yan.
Thank you.
Alright, thank you very much. We'll take the next question from you, sir.
Good afternoon. My question lang is, in terms of region sa Pilipinas, ano yung region na pinaka-best na nagpuproduce ng coffee and anong variant ang tinatanim nila madalas?
As far as the PCQC is concerned, sa Robusta category, dominated practically ng Ilocos Sur. Pero, so based on last year's results, ang number 1 at saka number 2, Sultan Kudarat. Pero, from number 3 hanggang doon sa dulo, puro Ilocos Sur. Okay? Sa Arabica naman, it's dominated by Davao region, and last year parang 2 spots yata ang na-occupy ng Bukidnon. May isang Cordillera na pumasok last year. Dalawang Cordillera, 2 Bukidnon, the rest Davao region, yung mga Tapo area. So as far as PCK is concerned, yun yung best. Pero magandang tanungin si Chuck Kevin kasi sa perspective ng isang roaster, coffee shop owner, tsaka barista champion, yung perspective naman niya.
Same din sa sinabi ni Doc Mel. Pagdating naman sa coffee shops at mga baristas, ginagamit namin mostly yung kung alin din yung mga nagkakaroon ng awards or sino-sino yung mga nagkakaroon ng mga quality competitions na awarded doon. We also support them. So kung ano yung mga regions na nasabi ni Doc Mel, like Bukidnon, Tapo, Benguet, lahat yan is may potential to become great coffee.
Sir, question lang. Do you see any other region na pwedeng maging potential plantation ng coffee?
Madami. Actually, pati nga yung mga, if there's one thing about coffee growing, is that there are no stereotypes for where to grow them. Kasi pag uma-attend nga kami ng mga courses sa coffee production, sinasabi ng mga instructor sa amin, yung Yemen nga bato yung bundok na matatarik, tapos bato pa, they're producing really, really good coffees with good volumes din. So paano pa tayo generally, anywhere in the Philippines, good yung soil, weather, nasa tropical region tayo, so weather climate-wise, pwede. So it's just a matter of, if you're going to fine-tune nga lang, to answer that question in a fine-tuned manner, the proper way is to have your place evaluated for suitability. Suitability in terms of ano yung klase ng soil meron to sa lupa mo, ano yung soil chemistry, yung general weather, year-round weather. At most likely, ang sasabihin sa iyo nung nag-evaluate, it's not going to be pwede or hindi pwede. It's going to be pwede to pero robusta. Pwede to pero Excelsa Liberica siguro. Pwede Arabica. Pwede ganitong specific variety ng Arabica. Yung ganon. So, suitability is generally favorable for the Philippines. But you might want to fine-tune kasi gugustuhin mo na ma-maximize mo rin yung production mo. Kasi kung nagtanim ka sa lupa mo ng isang uri ng kape na hindi best suited para doon, hindi mo ma-maximize yung yield mo sa quality.
Okay. Hello, good afternoon. I'm John Buena from Kumakaw.com. I'm a blogger. I'd like to address my question to you, ma'am. First of all, I believe in tangible results. Now, when you said earlier that the government is helping and you feel it, what kind of help was that? And if ever they are helping, what could they do more in order for them? In order for the industry to become more self-sufficient, more environmentally friendly, and yada.
Okay. For me kasi I work with DTI and DA in tapping these coffee farmers, especially in regions 1, 2, and CAR, giving them learnings, trainings. Kaya sabi ko, nafe-feel ko kasi partner nila ako in doing that. Not as a recipient ng kanilang mga help,
but the resource person.
Yes, nakikita ko yon. And yung best effort naman talaga in those regions na napuntahan ko, I see results. And I can attest dun sa mga results. As a beneficiary naman, since ang government kasi they're more inclined into yung public, yung mas maraming matutulungan. Not as an individual like me, per se. Pero more on the, nakikita ko talaga is yung assistance nila like sa DTI, the SSF projects that they have, the self-services facilities that they extend sa mga shared services facilities that they extend dun sa mga cooperatives or coffee organizations.
Okay.
We feel that, we see that.
With the equipments.
Yes, with the equipment. For the DA naman, I've seen their support in production-wise, giving them farm inputs, the seedlings, the trainings as well. Doon ko nakikita talaga. So in other regions na hindi ko pa napuntahan, I cannot speak for them. I don't know kung ano yung mga activities that they do, but in those areas that I've mentioned, yun, kaya sabi ko na I felt it kasi nakita ko mismo.
Does this mean in order for that to be felt by like the regular farmer, do they need to be in an organization per se? Because practically our land in Tagaytay supposedly is producing coffee, but we're not doing that right now because the plants are old and maintenance is another thing. Education is another thing. Some of us are engineers, you know. We're not the regular farmer who has the green thumb that can do everything like that. So it's practically just there. Nobody's like harvesting, nobody's doing that anymore. Sad, no? Pero that's what's happening. Can you tell us how does the government help those regular people, the ones that cannot be reached by the organizations like you?
Individuals can be helped then, not necessarily organizations or cooperatives or a group of people. When I started my coffee journey, I don't know anything about coffee. I don't even drink coffee. But I went to DTI because DTI, marami siyang mga trainings on these matters. Kaya sabi ko, I want to revive yung farm ng in-laws ko. I need help because I totally have zero knowledge about coffee. So yun, so what they did is they extended to me yung mga invitations for lahat ng mga coffee seminars. Lahat yun pinuntahan ko. So I have like 150 plus seminars, hindi ako nagsasawa. Pero yun lang, you as the individual, you should want it as well. You should want it. Kasi the first move is for you to do something. How will they know that you need this help if you don't tell them? You don't approach yung people that who could help you as well. So, if you're willing, as part naman ng activities namin and my corporate social responsibility ko rin is, I really help others then, to do the rejuvenation, kung meron silang, I do consultancy then, free pa nga. I help yung mga farmers mag-put up din, o yung mga architects na wala siyang kaalam sa farming, so tinatap nila ako, pero I cannot go doon sa may place nila, so we do it on Zoom. So may mga ways talaga. May mga ways. Not only the government, but also the private sectors who are really willing. So you just need to tap them kung sino-sino yung mga yun. And I know, being in this industry for a long time, may mga tao talaga who are willing to help din talaga. So let's talk.
All right.
Why not?
Thank you so much. And where can they reach you again? And maybe you can invite people for, of course, the expo and to whatever organization you serve also.
So they can reach me through Miss J, our executive director. So they can reach me sa Messenger din. So my Messenger account is Brenda Cover. So you can see me sipping yung aking profile pics. So, yun. So, through JPCG as well.
And where can people get in touch with PCG?
We have our Facebook page naman. And yung email is admin@philippinecoffeekill.com. A little bit of some real talk there. I know people in the Cavite area, close to Tagaytay, who are in the same predicament as you.
Yes, we're in the boundary actually of Tagaytay and Batangas.
Yeah, mga Mateo, Isdang, Alfonso.
Yes.
So the relatively more successful ones, ang ginagawa kasi nila, there are a lot of people in the area na jobless. So, ino-offeran lang nila basically ng work.
Monthly stipend so that they can work the field.
Ganon. It's not really, and because the demand for coffee is high, and most likely the kind of coffee you'll be producing is a novelty just because it's in the Tagaytay area. Kung magaling ka sa marketing, pwede mo talaga itulak yan in a way that it will create a premium price. Mapapasweldo mo yung mga tao na yan. Because they have, well, I'll give you an example. I have this guy who works, taga-ADB siya. Pero he's based in Singapore. Meron siyang ganyan din na lupa sa Amadeo. Ginawa lang niya, kinausap niya yung mga kapitbahay niya, sino sa inyo yung may time, mostly women. Sila yung nag-tend nung farm. Tapos with the right information, something that you can get from the likes of Brenda, paano yung tamang picking, paano yung tamang cultivation, etc. etc. You can get those naman. You can produce good quality coffee. And since taga-ADB siya, binibenta niya yung coffee sa mga kakilala niya, nabibenta niya ng medyo mahal, bumabalik yun sa mga farmers, na-maintain niya yung farm niya. And then once you have that kind of, sa government din kasi, ang isang effective na strategy is, you show something, may proof of concept ka, it's more likely that they will support you. Mas preference nila yung organizations, cooperatives. Kasi nga mas mataas yung chance ng accountability kaysa sa individual. Most of the time, sinusuportahan nila yung individuals kapag meron ng something going on. So, yan yung observations on the ground. If you're an individual, you'll likely get support if you have created some sort of reputation already. Otherwise, they would prefer supporting an organization and a cooperative.
Does CJ also have like a community on Facebook as well? Can any regular Joe join and learn from people there?
The nice thing about the guild is that it's composed of people na kagaya ni Kevin. So, pinupuntahan lang siya ng mga coffee shop, nagpaplano pa lang tayo ng coffee shop. Tapos, session lang sila doon sa cafe niya. And then, next thing you know, marami nang alam yung kinakusap ni Kevin. So, it's the kind of community that we have. And then, if you want to take it a little bit further, yeah, may mga teachers, may mga educators tayo. Kevin, Brenda, Dave has his consultancy. If you want to take it deeper and more intensive, more comprehensive, it's built on that community.
Thank you so much.
I would like to add something exciting this PCE 2025. What's gonna happen is the competitions will be handled by the community. So na-invite namin yung most of the malalaki ng community or kilala ng community na nag-organize ng small events in each area. For example, is the North Coffee Community, Cavite Coffee Community. From north to south, meron na rin mga representatives like Bulacan, Bataan. So sila yung mga abangan natin this PCE, sila yung mag-handle ng mga competitions. So number one is yung brewing competition. Meron din cup tasters na handled by Mindanao Coffee Community. And then we have a signature drink competition handled by Negros Coffee Community from Visayas naman. And latte art also, meron din Barista Challenge. So yun din yung parang access to become one of the part of the communities. Kung saan ka malapit, you can tap them. And then straight, may connections na rin with PCG. So yun yung, I think, excited din ako yung mangyayari yun eh. O sa Barista Loft din.
Malakas yung yung Cavite Coffee Community. If you're in that area, tumambay ka sa Barista Loft.
Most of them are from that area.
Yan yung nila, yan yung kanilang hub.
Okay.
Yeah, usually tuturo ka lang nila kung saan yung malapit din na hub, coffee hub.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. And thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you very much. In the interest of time, we're going to